Kenneth "Babyface" Edmonds is an American R&B musician, singer, a songwriter and record producer. He has written and produced over 26 number one R&B hits throughout his career. He has won 10 Grammy Awards. Early life: Edmonds was born on April 10, 1959, in Indianapolis, Indiana, to Marvin and Barbara Edmonds. Barbara was a pharmaceutical plant manager. Edmonds, who is the fifth of 6 brothers, attended North Central High School in Indianapolis, Indiana, and as a shy youth, wrote songs to express his emotions. When he was in 8th grade, Edmonds' father died of lung cancer, leaving his mother to raise her sons alone. At this stage, Edmonds became determined to have a career in music. Music career: Edmonds later played with funk performer Bootsy Collins, who tagged him Babyface, because of his cute face while he was still a teen. He also performed in the group Man-Child, as he was a guitarist for the band. Then, as a keyboardist in the light funk and R&B group The Deal. One of his first major credits as a songwriter for outside artists came when he wrote the tune Slow Jam for the R&B band Midnight Star in 1983. The tune was on Midnight Star's double platinum No Parking on the Dance Floor album, and while it never was a single, it received massive radio airplay and the song is still played on Quiet Storm radio stations. Babyface remained in The Deal until 1988, when both he and Reed left the group. His album playlist consists of 8 cover songs and 2 original works. It was released on September 18, 2007. It was the first album on the newly relaunched Mercury Records label. On February 4, 2014, he released a duets album with Toni Braxton titled Love, Marriage and Divorce on Motown Records after numerous release date changes. Other ventures: writing and producing. In the late 1980s, he contributed to the creation of New Jack Swing, writing and producing music for the likes of Bobby Brown, Karen White, Pebbles, Paula Abdul and Sheena Easton. In 1989, Edmonds co-founded LaFace Records with Reed. 3 of the label's early artists, TLC, Usher, and Toni Braxton, were successful, the former becoming one of the best-selling female groups in music history. Braxton's eponymous 1993 debut album went on to sell over 8 million copies, and earned her the 1994 Grammy Award Best New Artist. TLC's first 2 albums on LaFace Shea 1992 Zoo On the TLC Tip and 1994's Crazy Sexy Cool combined to sell more than 15 million copies in the US. Crazy Sexy Cool won the 1996 Grammy Award for Best R&B Album. Babyface helped form the popular late 90s R&B group Ours Yet. Edmonds also helped to mold and work closely with some of his former wife Tracy Edmonds' acts such as John B. and producer John Robinson. Edmonds works with many successful performers in contemporary music. A OEIA unregistered trademark Your Baby Tonight, produced for Whitney Houston, was his first number 1 top 40 hit in the US. He also wrote and produced Boyz II Men's End of the Road, and I'll Make Love to You, both of which established records for the longest stay at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. He co-wrote, co-produced, and provided backing vocals on Madonna's 1994 Bedtime Stories, which featured the 7-week number 1 hit Take a Bow, and shared billing with Eric Clapton on the chart-topping Grammy winner Change the World from the Phenomenon soundtrack. He also wrote and produced the number 1 hit Exhale for Whitney Houston, as well as the rest of the critically acclaimed 10 million selling Waiting to Exhale soundtrack in 1995, which spawned additional hits for Houston, Brandy and Mary J. Blige. Additionally, Edmonds has produced and written music for many artists including Carole King, Patti LaBelle, Chaka Khan, Aretha Franklin, Madonna, Janet Jackson, Faith Evans, Al Green, Bianca Copyright, Diana Ross, Sheena Easton, Toni Braxton, Michael Jackson, Michael Bolton, Paula Abdul, Eric Clapton, Pebbles, Tevin Campbell, Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, Brandy, Mary J. Blige, Tamia, Shola Alma, 3T, Siska Cubed, Dru Hill, Fall Out Boy, Car Copyright Line Dion, Honeys, Catherine McPhee, Mariah Carey, Vanessa L. Williams, Chanter Copyright Moore, En Vogue, Kenny G, Christina DeBarge, Lil Wayne, Japanese singer Ken Hirai, P. N.K., Mark Nelson, TLC, Ariana Grande, and Phil Collins among others. He received 3 consecutive Grammy Awards for Producer of the Year in 1995 and 1997. Babyface was in the studio for about 2 years with Ashanti to produce her album The Declaration. He worked on the Lil Wayne album Tha Carter 3, on the Kanye West-produced Comfortable. He also worked with R&B singer Monica for her 6th studio album Still Standing. In 2013, Babyface served as producer for Ariana Grande's debut album Yours Truly, producing majority of her songs, including her second single, Baby I. Acting career and film producing. In 1994, he appeared and performed on an episode of Beverly Hills, 90210 entitled Mr. Walsh Goes to Washington. In the mid-1990s, Edmonds and his then-wife Tracy Edmonds expanded into the business of motion pictures, setting up Edmonds Entertainment Group and producing films such as Soul Food, Josie and the Pussycats, and also the soundtrack for the film The Prince of Egypt, which included contributions from numerous artists, including Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. They are the current executive producers of the hit Bet reality series College Hill. Edmonds also worked with David Foster to compose The Power of the Dream, the official song of the 1996 Summer Olympics, performed by superstar car copyright Line Dion. Linda Thompson provided the lyrics. Babyface also participated as a duet partner on the Fox reality show Celebrity Duets. Soda Pop Records. Edmonds founded his record label Soda Pop Records in 2009. Since founding the label he has signed R&B icons K-Ci and JoJo, releasing their first album for the label entitled My Brother's Keeper. In 2013 Babyface secured a distribution deal with E1 Music for the label. Current artists, Babyface, K-Ci and JoJo. Personal life. In 1990, Babyface met Tracy Edmonds when she auditioned for the music video Whip Appeal. They married on September 5, 1992 and they have 2 sons, Brandon and Dylan Michael. In January 7, 2005, Tracy filed for divorce in Los Angeles County Superior Court, citing irreconcilable differences. In October 2005, Babyface and Tracy finally announced that they were ending their marriage of 13 years. In 2007, Babyface began dating his backup dancer Nicole Nikki Pantenberg. In September 2008, Babyface and Nicole welcomed a daughter, Peyton Nicole Edmonds. On December 2, 2012, Babyface worked at a local Nathan's for charity. All proceeds went to Toys for Tots. Legacy. Kenneth Babyface Edmonds Highway. In 1999, a 25-mile stretch of Interstate 65 that runs through Indianapolis was renamed Kenneth Babyface Edmonds Highway. Discography. Solo albums: Lovers, Tender Lover, A Closer Look, For the Cool and You, The Day, Christmas with Babyface, Face to Face, Grown and Sexy, Playlist. Collaboration albums: Love, Marriage and Divorce. Awards. On August 30, 2006, Babyface was honored as a BMI icon at the 6th Annual BMI Urban Awards. Throughout his career, Babyface has won the BMI Pop Songwriter of the Year trophy 7 times and a total of 51 BMI awards, which includes Song of the Year for his Toni Braxton hit, Breathe Again, in 1994. Babyface was honored with the 2,508th star of the Hollywood Walk of Fame on October 10, 2013. The star is located at 6270 Hollywood Boulevard. Grammy Awards, references. External links, official website, babyfaceatme.com, Babyface at the Internet Movie Database.